Hello Palia friends, in today's video I will show you all about hunting that I know right now in the game. We will talk about T1, T2 and T3 creatures and some arrows that I prefer to use while hunting those. We talk about group strategies and the only thing that I don't show in my cuts, which I will tell you about right now in the beginning, is like this Hunter's Horn. You can craft that with an Elder Sernuk antler, that's the T2 version of the Sernuk, some Chapaa fur and leather that you can produce from Sernuk hides. And this one tracks rare creatures for 15 minutes. Rare means the magical ones, so the T3 versions. And the Hunter's Horn is mostly used to track down the magic Sernuk, so the T3 version of the Sernuk, because the magic Sernuk has a very wide spawn range. It can spawn like all the way from outskirts over Fluted Fortress and Thorny Thicket, over Proton till down in Stature Garden and the coastline. So that's a very wide area, so the Hunter's Horn helps a lot to track it down, since it has so many different kind of spawn points over that side of Bahari. In case of the magic Chapaa, I normally don't need to use it, and in case of the magic Muujin, it can help. But it sometimes doesn't show the magic Muujins that are in trees, so if they got scared before you went to the server, it might not be as helpful. That's why I prefer to only use this one for the magic Sernuk. There's three different kinds of magic creatures in game. The first is the magic Sernuk, that's the one standing in front of us. We need to be careful not to scare him. The second is the magic Chapaa and the third is the magic Muujin. They all have different kinds of abilities, so if I hit this one right now, you will see that he can teleport. And they are called magical creatures just cause if you use the Dispel Arrow, you can disrupt their magical abilities. So we'll follow him and then we'll try to shoot him again, and you will see that he won't directly teleport right after. I just hope that I can still find him. There he is, okay. That's a kind of weird position. But as you can see, he didn't teleport. And I'm hitting him again. And again, and now he's down. So that's the base you have. So try to hit him with Dispel Arrows, have him in a position where you can make multiple hits. It might be the case that you miss, and a good thing for you to make sure you get him pretty fast is to run in a group of two. And let's say the Sernuk is that Muujin over there that we are looking at. And I'm standing on this side and your mate is standing on the other side. Because if you shoot at a creature, in most cases it runs the opposite way you hit it with the arrow. So if you have a friend on the other side of that Muujin, the friend can shoot at it and then the creature would come back to you that you are hunting, right? That works like every creature in the game. You shoot it from one side, another person hits it from the other, and you both hit it like with a kind of delay, and it goes down fast without running into any other direction. And this is how you hunt in a group. One person shoots it with a slow, then it runs to the other one, and then it runs back and back. You make this basically back and forth, and you can do that with all animals. Just be sure that if it's a magic Sernuk, that in that case you have magic arrows on one person, so it can't teleport away. So first the magic arrow is shot at the T3 Sernuk, and after that the other person shoots the slow, you can hit the next magic arrow easier. That's how it works, and you try to shoot it from both sides. And right in front of me, I have a magic Chapaa. It's this white, cute looking thing. And the best way to hunt him is a slowdown arrow. So what you need to make sure of is you have the slowdown arrow equipped, and you shouldn't scare him. Because if you scare him, he multiplies into like 4 Chapaas and only one is the real one. And you need of course to hit the real one to get him. So take your distance, pack out that slow arrow and hit him. And what you see right now, there's one of those Chapaas that is slowed, and that's the real one. That's why you are taking slow arrows and you hit him 4 times and he's down. That's why the magic Chapaa is the easiest huntable creature that you can farm alone from the magic ones. Cause he's just 4 hits with a slowdown arrow if you hunt it yourself, and if you didn't scare him and makes a hit, and it's the one that has the slowdown arrow effect on him. The copies don't have it, so that's an easy way to see which one is the real one. And this happens when you scare a magic Chapaa and just run towards him. He will split up in 4, and then you can stun him with a Dispel Arrow. This one works as well, but Dispel Arrows are in general more expensive than slowdown arrows, so I just recommend using Dispel Arrows after you already ran into his range and he multiplied into 4, and otherwise just use like the slowdown arrows. Like the Dispel Arrows are for the worst case, you can hit any of the copies and he gets stunned, which makes it of course easier since he's a standing target. But if you don't scare him at all and hit him with that slowdown arrow, you can see the real one, cause that's the only one that's slowed down. The copies aren't slowed down, and then you just shoot him with like 3 other slowdown arrows. Of course he's a moving target, and you should consider your position for the first arrow, but it's way cheaper to use those if you want to hunt him more often. The blue one we see right there, over there with the white mane, that's the Magic Muujin, and Magic Muujin have a special ability that allows them to go invisible. And you can only change that if you hit them with a Dispel Arrow, a magic arrow, because then they stay like visible and they won't disappear. And as you can see, it has been too long since I hit them and he went invisible and up a tree. The thing about Muujins in general is that you should be able to easier farm them in a group. Like you can see someone cuts a tree, 4 new Muujins come out, and then you are kind of stuck with hunting them down, right? So they always go up on top of trees, and in most cases they can run all over the map after you cut those trees. So just make sure to farm those in a group, maybe ask in server chat and Discord, and I think enough people will help you. Cause farming them alone, as you can see, can get kind of annoying. Cause like, I really have trouble keeping track of him, right? And I mean, now I got him, but that's only because my position is somewhere where he can't jump down. They can't climb up or down, so if I kill like every tree you see here, they kind of get stuck at some point. And you could farm them, but that's one of 2 positions where you can do this. There's this one position over here with that cliff at Stager Garden, and at Thorny Thickets, right where the thicket is, there's that high ground, and you can do it there as well. Like, that's the only 2 positions where it's possible for you to farm like a magic Muujin alone, if you cut down all the trees, and that's it. The other positions need group. They need a group. So right in front of us we have 2 level 2 Sernuks, and we are going to showcase how you hunt those. You hunt those with slow arrows, and they take 4 hits. If you don't hit them with slow arrows, as you can see, the other one is already kind of further away, so slow arrows are the way to go. You try to get into a good position where you think that you can land like all 4 shots if you aren't in a group, and then you are going to shoot slowly at it and get it down. And for the tier 2 Chapaa, the slow arrow is also the best choice. So we actually spooked him, but if you slow him, he gets slowed very nicely. He teleported, nice, good job for the video. We have there another one. And that's a tier 1. As you can see, with slow arrows you can even run a little bit more towards them and farm them pretty easily. and get those 2 hits in. With 2 hits, they aren't that big of a challenge than a tier 2 Sernuk. My loot disappeared. Good one. Oh, there it is. As for where you farm those, we start with the tier 2 Chapaa. It's mostly around Pulse Water and Hideaway here. That's where I farm those if I want to farm those. If I want to do the Sernuks, it's around Fluted Steps and Outskirts up here. There's a few other spots on the map where some of them can spawn, but that's like the bigger spots where I personally like to farm them. The magical Sernuk can spawn all the way up here from Outskirts and Fluted, Proudhorn towards Stature Garden and Thorny, so that one has a big spawn range, and there's always only one on the whole map. On the other side, the magic Chapaas can spawn like here around Pulse Water, the lake at Hodari here, then Hideaway Bluffs. And also, in rare cases, Rindy Runes, like on top of here. So that's like a very big range where this one can spawn. And the magic Muujin can spawn either on Outskirts, like in front of Tamala's house on that small thing, up on Thorny, and up here on Stature Garden. That's the spots for the magic Muujin. Magic Muujin are most likely more than one on the map, but for Chapaa and magic Sernuk it's most of the time only one. And like I said, the recommendation is slow arrows for tier 2 Sernuk, slow arrows for tier 2 Chapaa, slow arrows for the magic Chapaa, magic arrows for the magic Sernuk, and magic arrows for the magic Muujin. If you hunt the magic Sernuk and the magic Muujin in a group, some people should bring Dispel Arrows and others should bring slow arrows, so a mix of both in a group is good for those as well. Because if you slow down a huntable creature, they always get easier to hit, and that's a big advantage for you, so you don't waste too many arrows. And that's it for today's hunting video. I hope you'd like it. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more Palia videos from me, and I hope you have a nice day, and Christmas is soon as well, so yeah, see you around. Bye bye!